Catching up with Nashville Predators defenseman Fred Allard. Fred, it's congratulations, by the way. It's so cool to say Nashville Predators defenseman Fred
Yeah,
Allard.
really, I've been dreaming of
So
that probably for 4 years now, so it's pretty nice to hear.
it is great to hear. 188 AHL games, 3 games in the ECHL, and here you are. And it's so funny because almost a year to the day of the American Hockey League season in Milwaukee being stopped is when you make your NHL debut, which is just wild, isn't it? A crazy coincidence.
Yeah, crazy coincidence, and it's been a crazy year too for me playing in 3 different leagues. So I'm just happy to be here right now. Seriously.
Before we talk about your debut, let's go back to your summer and how strange the whole thing was, because obviously there was no ice and you had to figure out a way to work out. And then I'm assuming they approach you, Nashville approaches you about an opportunity to play in Switzerland.
It was in Austria actually that I went.
I'm sorry.
But yeah, we had the complete lockdown in Quebec City. When I came back, we had no ice, anything. Then they opened things up during summer, so I could skate and I trained. And I think it was by the end of August or September, they closed down. They shut down everything, rings, gyms, everything was shut down. We didn't know what to do, so our trainer was opening his gym for us. We are going by the back door. Same thing for the rink, but like there was no games, no practices. And it was actually my agent who talked to me about an option to go to Europe because he talked to me in September. It's like we don't know if the NHL is going to start, we don't know if the AHL is going to start. And you want us to look around, make some phone calls, and see what we can find for you. And I think it was mid October. They find me an Austrian team. They said they have a room for a loan, and we talked with Nashville, and they accepted. So I went over there as soon as I could, just to play games. I was training for 8 months. It was like a NFL training session. So I had enough of it, and I couldn't wait to play. And when I had the chance, I just took my stuff and I went to play hockey over there.
So it didn't matter where you were going, you just needed to play hockey.
Yeah, I just want. I think I'm still 23 years old, so I still need to play games. I still need to get better. So I was just like waiting up for a team or just any league just to play games and just have my shape back. So as soon as I came back, I'll be like maybe more ready than some guys. Maybe I have a step on some guys. So I just wanted to work and show that I'm not doing nothing at home.
And on top of that, you get to see the world a little bit.
Yeah, it was great. I mean, travel to Europe for free. I mean, you cannot get any better than this. I was in Austria, probably one of the most beautiful country in the world. I was there with my girlfriend. We had so much fun. We were visiting around. We were going to Salzburg, Vienna. I was there for Christmas. We had Jordan Caron who was there, played in Boston, for the Wolves for a while with two French guys over there. So had a pretty great time outside of hockey too. A beautiful city to country to visit. So I don't regret any of it.
You know what? This goes back to when I first met you a few years ago. Your drive to just play and be the best you can. I mean, I you were so willing and ready to go to the ECHL so you could play. You were so willing and ready to get back and prove that you belonged. I Your drive has never been in question, and I admire that greatly, because that's a scary proposition to go overseas
Yeah,
and
no, some people will see this as I'm gonna miss some chances to play in the NHL. I'm gonna miss my chance, or I don't have any chance anymore. But I was saying that I'm just gonna get better, be ready once I came back. A lot of people weren't sure about this idea, but I was sure. I just wanted to play hockey, like you said. Like I went to the East Coast 3 games, and I had to make my way through the lineup in Milwaukee when I first came here. And I just did the same thing this year. I went to Austria. Maybe it wasn't the best league ever, but at least I worked on something I wanted to work on my skating. The ice is better, so I had to skate more, get faster. So that was the biggest point for me going over there. So I just keep working on my things, and it made me live my dream two days ago.
not only is the ice better, but there was ice. You couldn't find ice.
Exactly. Yeah, I can have a normal season and no practice every day. I have games over there that, and I think we had one days off a month, so it was just like on the ice training. So once I came back to Chicago, it was probably my best shape ever that I'd never been, and it showed up right away.
It did show up right away. You had 8 points in 7 games. I mean, you've always had an offensive flair to your game, but you've been on the penalty kill. I mean, you've done every role in Milwaukee. So, uh, like you said, the getting on the ice and getting a head start and working on skating, that obviously has turned out to be a great decision.
Yeah, it paid out, and that was my biggest weaknesses coming into pro, my skating. and I've been working on it from, if you look from my first year to right now, it has improved a lot, and that's probably why the reason I had my chance to be in the NHL. So going over there, that was one I wanted to work on, and it worked out pretty well.
So you finally get the chance to be in the lineup, and it's amazing the amount of injuries that are going on in Nashville. But at the same time, you have to put yourself in a good spot. And you went in, and what was it like for you to get in against the defending Stanley Cup champs?
Yeah, I mean the best team in the world, your first NHL game, nothing easy. But I mean, I was playing with Arps. We played together in Milwaukee, so it was easy to talk with him before the game and during the game about plays and stuff like that. So I think I did a pretty good job of it. And I know I wish we could have won that game, but like, I mean, it was my first game, so it was just like overwhelmed for me. I was just like, wow, I'm there, and just like I'm gonna enjoy every second of it, try to make the best out of it, and that's what I did. I had great time. I did what I had to do. I showed what I can do, and I just hope that they love my game too.
I saw an interview you did in Nashville, and you spoke about the speed of the game being a difference. And I think we should clarify, you're not necessarily saying the guys skate faster, you're saying the decisions and the puck movement is much better.
Yeah, just if you take a second off, then you're done. You know, every inches count, every second count. If you take a second more to do your play, then someone might be on you and trying to get the puck out of you. So you got to be ready every shift. You can't take any breathe. Like the only breathe you can take is between periods. So you just got to be ready and just move the puck as fast as you can.
I think Ben Harper would be an ideal person to play your first game next to, because one, you knew him obviously from Milwaukee, but he's the strong silent type, and he's played in the NHL, and it would seem to me that he would be a perfect partner to play your first game.
Yeah, exactly. Like when I came to Milwaukee, I was with Tenorti for a while, and then I was with Matt Donovan with some older guys that've been into it. I'm still young, and Ben have played in the game, so like, I mean, I was happy to play with him, and we played pretty nice game together. We played 17 minutes. I didn't expect to play that much, to be honest, and that's good.
That is great. And also your good friend Alex Carrier scores his first goal in that game too.
I told him he was waiting for me to be there to score that goal, so I was probably as happy as he was. Like he was happy for me to play that game, and he was just like, we're pretty best friends. So it's nice to live that with him right now over here.
Yesterday afternoon, Nashville played a fantastic game in beating Tampa, and now you'd love to keep that momentum going against a really good Florida team.
Yeah, I think it's not an easy trip when you come here at this time of the year. Both teams are pretty good, and the guys play well. Pex was really good in that, so just hope to keep it rolling. And guys have a good road trip so far, and we just hope that it's gonna stay the same way.
How hard is it to stay sharp when you're on a taxi squad? I mean, we saw you can get in the lineup at the drop of at a moment's notice, but how hard is it to stay sharp when you're on a taxi squad?
It's not that bad. I mean, we practice with the team. Sometimes it's more paperwork than anything, but like I practice with the team. I do morning skates with the team, and I know it's a little bit different than being in the lineup every day, but you gotta adjust. You gotta do some extras. You gotta do run the bike more. You just gotta be ready at any day. They can call you any day, and you're back in the lineup. You can be on taxi squad for 3 days, and the next day you're up in the lineup. So you cannot take any day for granted, and you just gotta be ready at any time.
Well, this goes back to what we talked about a little bit ago. You are living proof that you're ready. When the chance is there, you will be ready. And that's a great quality to have.
Thank you. I was always ready when I was in Milwaukee, and I'll be the same over here. That's for sure.
Well, continued success. We hope to see you in the lineup every single game, and best of luck. We'll talk to you soon.
Thank you. Have
All
a good
right.
day.
That's Nashville Predators defenseman Frederick Allard.